In the Nigerian religious space, there are countless number of leaders being addressed as daddy. But I'd like to think, and I've said this a number of times, that we have only one daddy Geo in the whole of Nigeria and the whole of Africa and the world by extension. Why? Because when you hear daddy Geo, there is only one person that comes to mind. Who's that? This Pastor E.A. Adeboye. Now, many of you may not know this, but Baba Adeboye is not the founder of the Redeemed Christian Church of God. As a matter of fact, when he joined the Redeemed Christian Church of God, there were a number of seasoned and more experienced elderly pastors in that church. So he's a successor of the founder, but he's not the founder. But like the biblical story of Elisha, Baba Adeboye has proven to carry much more power, much more anointing after receiving the needed blessings from his predecessor. Now, upon the demise of the founder of the Redeemed Christian Church of God, it was announced or revealed that Baba Adeboye, a young pastor at the time, was the anointed one chosen to take over leadership of the church. Now, so many pastors, so many pioneer pastors, in the church there are these people that will not fail to remind you at every given opportunity that they joined that church the same year Queen Elizabeth took over rulership of England and all its colonies. We joined the church 1904. I remember when we joined the church 1940. Those kind of people. They got disgruntled, they got offended. How can this small boy become our head? We senior men. So a lot of them left. But this did not bring about the crumbling of the church. It was only the beginning of greater things to unfold. Now the church grew, increased in number, and it continued growing to the point that the hall could no longer accommodate them. So Pastor Adeboye instructed the elders to look for a bigger place for the church to move to. Now they searched and searched until finally they got a place somewhere in the heart of town where it was densely populated for them to move into, buy the property and move into. But there was a problem. The property was running into millions of naira as asking price, which the church did not have and they could not afford to pay for that property. So Pastor Adeboye told them to put a hold, forget about that property because they could not afford it, and he was not ready to borrow any money for them to buy that property. This got these elders offended, and it is gathered that Baba Adeboye even said that assuming the organization was such that had elections, they would have sacked him as the head pastor because of that issue. But long before you know it, something happened. Word got to the pastor that a large parcel of land somewhere along Lagos-Ibadan Expressway was selling for just 6,000 naira. Asking price. Now, those of us who may not be too familiar with real estate terminologies, when you hear asking price, it means that the seller is willing to negotiate. You that want to buy, you can negotiate that price down. But guess what? Immediately Baba Adeboye heard that price, he gave instruction, quickly, hallelujah, go and pay that 6,000 naira. And that was how that parcel of land was bought, which we now know today as the Redemption Camp. Can you put a value on the Redemption Camp now? How much is it worth now? Buy real estate. Did you get value from this video? Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe.